But it's not Fluxx, it's Fluxx.
I'm cutting that out because I yawned over you.
Alright. Wait, we're recording this. Welcome to Cardboard, the board game podcast. I'm Devon Body.
And I'm Steve Davis. I always say that. How can you take my job? Wait, airplane.
There's no airplanes. We're not recording in a secret location.
We're not recording in a secret location underneath a airport flight path.
I mean, it's not more secret than having several airplanes fly over you.
Also, this entire neighborhood is under a flight path.
Yep.
The restaurant we just ate in...
20 years running.
Yeah, the restaurant we ate in was directly under a flight path. That was very loud, and it was very close to the runway.
Planes are so close you can reach up and touch them.
We did.
And then got a lawsuit filed against us.
Which sucked, because we also lost our hands.
It's a double whammy.
Yeah.
We're back. 2019.
2019.
Not really. It's 2028.
We're sending this back so you can hear what kind of new games are in the future.
Sure, just the old ones.
That's why we lost our hands, because planes are now made out of lasers. Just
Way faster than a plane.
Only 9 years in the future, but they're made out of lasers.
That's what I'd build my plane out of.
It is more efficient. Oh, you know what? They won't even know the advancements in actual lasers either, so efficiency won't make sense to them either.
Nope.
Sorry, guys. You'll get it. You'll understand in a couple of years.
Next year.
9. Shh! Don't give it away. They can't know about the landing.
Well, it's time for another game.
Another game from the future.
Which is games where the rules are not what they seem, but are exactly what they are.
That's kind of like our motto.
Our motto is the rules are not what they seem,
but are exactly what they are.
Yeah. Seems like a really weird motto.
You just said it.
Yeah, but when you said it, it sounded weird.
Yeah. Anyway, we're going to talk about Fluxx.
The game with ever-changing rules.
The game that's all about rules,
and only rules.
And pretty much only rules.
Which, I mean, most games are all about the rules.
Yeah, but
this one especially.
Most games have a theme, and the rules work around that theme. This game's theme is
the rules.
Yeah.
Which makes it real fun.
And also just random objects and items.
Yep.
Like confetti and New Year's.
And cookies and chocolate.
And milk and sandals. I don't think there are sandals.
I think a rocket ship was an item.
Yeah. Maybe. And the moon.
And the concept of time.
I could also be thinking of Space Fluxx. There are lots of different versions.
Too many versions.
The concept of time. Yes, time is one of them. And money.
And time is money.
That's one of the goals. Time is money. If you have time and money.
Yep.
That's the one thing we all want, guys. Time and money. And love.
I would like to have infinite monies and time.
And I'll take infinite love.
You can't experience infinite love.
Well, he says you.
Not in this form.
No one can experience infinite anything.
You can experience infinite experience.
Nope. That's the most inexperienceable thing.
Well, Fluxx is in version 5.0. Experience that.
Well, it's not infinity. It's literally 5. So
5 is infinity to anyone who only has 1.
it's almost as far away from infinity as none. Just 5 more than none.
Alright, so Fluxx was made in July of 1996.
Listen, we've literally never said the month. We literally never said more than the year.
Well,
so let's not start
too bad.
upping the standards that people are going to hold us to.
July 24th.
Oh, jeez.
1996.
July 24th. Next, they're going to want us to actually continue posting podcasts on a regular basis.
No.
No.
No one will want that.
I'm recording this in March. We're putting this up in May of 2020.
It's a lot of editing time.
Yeah, but, we're also sending it from the future, so.
Right, so time is a concept.
Like
now
in this
with our
game.
lasers.
Let's just get to the game. Come on. Stop taking us off track.
I am on track, I swear. And this game was made by Andrew Looney of Looney Labs. Has the original version along with 24 other types. So they've got a lot of variety. Some of those include Star Fluxx, like we mentioned before.
Yep. Fun one.
And there was an Adventure Time Fluxx.
Yeah, that one's discontinued.
A lot of them are discontinued.
No, actually, more are still in print than are discontinued.
Interesting.
I could tell you what.
There's a Cthulhu Fluxx.
That is still in print. What's out of print? I did have it here, and now it is gone.
Star Trek Fluxx?
Star Trek Fluxx? No.
Is there one of those?
No. So what are in the vault is the Adventure Time Fluxx, Cartoon Network Fluxx, Eco Fluxx, which was actually replaced with Nature Fluxx, which is in print now, Family Fluxx, because no time for families, Martian Fluxx, Oz Fluxx, as in Wizard of, and the regular show Fluxx.
So it seems like all their
vault.
license deals and nature.
No, because we have, it's still in print, we have Batman Fluxx. We have Chemistry Fluxx. That's not a licensed thing. I don't know why I said that.
Chemistry is licensed.
Listen. Doctor Who and Firefly Fluxx.
Okay.
Yeah. Monty Python Fluxx. So you're trying to smart me with your licensed product in the vault thing, but no. They just lost those licenses.
It's the worst way to go.
Yes. Anyway, now that you know what Fluxes are out there, let's tell you what it is. It's a game.
Fluxx is a card game for 2 to 6 players.
2 would be really boring.
But it'd be easier to win.
It'd also be easier to lose.
That is also true.
Actually, no, harder to lose.
Yeah, because now you're only competing with one
Now
player.
it's only 50% chance you're going to lose. 3 players is 66% chance. 4 players, you have a 75%. It's actually
that's
the easiest to win is 50-50.
That's assuming that everyone has an equal chance to win.
That's how odds work.
Favorites.
Divided evenly. Experience taking no bearing on the result. Okay. Yes, it's a game about rules. Go.
Yep, it's highly based on chance. And the playtime is relatively short.
You and I have different standards on how much chance is involved.
It's a lot of chance.
No, well...
Based on what you played, what other people played. It gets real crazy. You're not really planning all that much.
No, but you're saying what you played takes all the chance out of it. What you draw is the chance. But you still get to choose what you play in some scenarios.
Few scenarios, in my experience.
Very few. You just have to play what's there.
Alright, and how you play the game is simple. You start with the basic rules.
Draw 1, play 1.
And you get to start with 3 cards.
3 or 5?
3. I have 3.
Okay, well, you did the research and I did not. So, yeah, so the whole game is based on changing those rules. Draw 1 and play 1. There are 3, well, what are the types of cards? There are rules cards, action cards, Goal cards.
Special cards. And
Ooh.
keepers.
What's a special card?
I don't know, but there's only one of them.
Oh, it's that. Yeah. I can't remember.
It's probably the basic rules.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, and keepers. And again, the goal is just to change the rules and complete one of the goals within the rules.
The way to complete the goals is to have the matching keepers.
That's it. So, like, if one of the goals, if the goal out is chocolate milk, you need to have the chocolate card and the milk card.
And then you win.
You win, Fluxx.
Now, if you have the chocolate card and somebody else has the milk card,
you both win.
Both win.
Oh.
No. What happens is one of you need to get that card off of the other one, using only the rules.
Or just change the goal
Yeah.
to something you do have, or something that nobody has.
That's the way this game plays. Nice and easy, change the rules, play your cards, follow the rules.
So when we're talking about, I mean, that's really it for the game. That's how you play it. But draw one, play one, those are the rules. So you can change those. So my favorite is the, changing how many you can play. So if I put down a play 3 card, you draw 1 card, then you play 3, or as many as you have. So that one can get kind of boring. Yep. And that's what we were talking about before, not having a choice what you play. You draw 1 card.
Then you have to play 3.
And you have to play 3. If you only have that 1 card you drew, you're just going to play it.
Yep.
Or the first turn, you're going to play through most of your cards, and the next turn you're going to go down to 0. And then that's going to go for a long time until someone finally gets another rules card that can change that.
Yep. You can burn through all your keepers that way, and all your goals.
Yeah. It can be super interesting, and it can be super boring.
But then you can have the other problem, where you're drawing 5 and playing 1.
Yeah, and if there's no hand limit out, then that gets kind of crazy, really fast. And even then, there's only 3 hand limit cards, I think. And it's like a hand limit 1, hand limit 2, hand limit 3. And those are the only hand limit cards. But they're also difficult to get rid of once they're out there because there are only 3 of them. And there's only like 1 or 2 wipe the rules cards. So it gets kind of crazy.
Little nuts.
Yes. But that's what we like.
And that's why we like this game. I'm supposed to tell you.
No. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Damn it. Okay, go on. Whatever you were saying. There's like the...
Yeah.
Oh. And the...
But now that I think of it, limit cards are actually really bad. I don't like them.
No.
They make everything go so slow.
No, I think they can help.
So slow.
Well, I think it streamlines it. So you gotta choose your best 3 cards and keep those.
Or pick 3 cards that you happen to have and pick those.
What sucks is sometimes that you'll have, 2 of those 3 cards, or even 3 of those 3 cards are for like specific moments. So you draw you keep those 3 cards, and then you're like stuck with those for a long time, just waiting for like the right moment.
Yep, because you have to play 1.
But remember, you draw 1. You always draw a minimum of 1. No, there's a draw. No, there's no draw 0.
Nope.
There's a hand limit 0.
That one's awful.
That one's terrible. Draw 1, play 5, hand limit 0. Or draw.
That's the rules.
Or like draw 5. I think does it go up to draw 5 or draw 4 is the max?
I think there's
a draw 5.
Draw 5.
So draw 5, play 1, hand
play
limit 0.
all but 2.
There's all but 1.
Yeah, those are the worst ones.
Oh, the play all but? No, those are fun because that is chaos. But no, the worst scenario is just like, draw 5, play 1, hand limit 0. I mean, you gotta draw 5, play the best one that works, and then just get rid of the rest.
Yep.
It's kind of fun, it's just like, hey, what's the best action you want to do this turn? But at the same time, it's just like, come on, I want to strategize and plan.
And that's where this game gets crazy.
Yeah.
Because you don't always have control of the rules in a game of rules.
I think the box says like 15 to 30 minutes, but this game could be like 5 minutes to, 45 minutes. Like a single game could be.
Depending on how patient everyone is.
Or depending on how the rules go. Like if it stays draw one, play one, or draw one, play one, hand limit 0. It just could go on and on and on forever.
Yep.
But there's some crazy cards. Like, hold on. Doop. There are some pretty crazy cards though, like inflation. Anytime a numeral, like an actual digit, is seen on another card, it gets increased by 1. So a 1 becomes 2, a 2 becomes 3, and that can actually change things rather crazy, because that will affect the rules.
Yep.
Draw 1, play 1 becomes draw 2, play 2. Hand limit 0 becomes hand limit 1. So that can actually change it pretty drastically, and it gets really fun.
But only if it's a numeral.
Only if it's numeral. If it's spelled out, then it doesn't affect it.
It does nothing.
But
because inflation is only so good.
There are some other ones that are really fun, like draw 2 and use them. Just draw 2 cards. You play the draw 2 and use them card. Draw 2 cards and play them immediately, no matter what they are.
Yep. Which can cause so many problems.
So many
ruin
problems.
The rest of your turn, or it can make everything wonderful and you just win.
There's also just zap a card. You just take a card from the field back to your hand, whether it was yours or someone else's. Doesn't matter.
Yep, just goes right to wherever you need it.
Which is great.
And there's cards that are very situational, like play all, where you have to play all the cards in your hand, which is great when you have everything you need to win, but not quite enough plays.
Yeah. But then that strategy comes into effect really strongly, like making sure you get the order right. Like the order of the cards you play is very important.
Yes.
When you have like a play all, because that could actually make a big difference.
Because you don't want to say, play all, and then the first card you play is play 1.
Yeah, then it's done. Yeah, because these rules come into effect immediately. So if it's draw 1, play 1, and you put down a play 5, you now get to place 5 more, or have to play 4 more cards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if it's a draw situation, where it's draw 1, play 1 to begin with, and now you're drawing 3 and playing 1, you get to draw 2 more cards that turn.
Yes. It's, for that turn, you get to draw that many cards.
In total.
Yeah. It actually gets pretty fun.
But it doesn't work retroactively. You don't undraw a card when it gets lower.
No, but if you have multiple draw rule cards, a way to kind of screw over your opponent is to, say, play your really high. So if you have a draw 5 and a draw 1 card in your hand, play the draw 5, draw your additional 4 cards, then play the draw 1 if you have multiple plays. Now the opponents don't get to do that. You don't get to do it
really
again.
Mad at you.
But it's a good way to annoy your opponents, but also just get a little bit of an advantage against them.
If you have enough plays to do so.
Yeah, exactly. But you can also do that with plays. Put down like a play 5 or play all, start playing, and put your last card as a play 1. Like, that's really annoying. I'm pretty sure we've had scenarios where I think both those things happen in a single turn. That play all card can really screw with the game a little bit, especially if you get the right cards in your hand and play them properly.
Yep.
It's a lot of fun.
And that's what makes it the worst card.
And that's why it's called Fluxx, because the rules are always in flux. But it's 2 X's, so it doesn't really mean that.
No. Though it does. Phonetically, that's it. Flux. It sounds like flux, but it's not flux because it's flex.
That is correct. Thank you for the clarification. Yeah. All right. What else do you have?
So I want to just talk about creepers for a second.
What are creepers? We didn't talk about that.
Creepers are not included in 5.0 of the game.
Then let's not talk about it.
However, they're included in many other of the side versions and in the previous versions of the game. People felt that it made the game too difficult to win because suddenly when you have a creeper, you're unable to actually win the game unless there's a even more specific situation than the current situation where you just need a keeper and a goal.
It's possible that whole explanation was unlistenable because I thought the crow sound effect was really short, but it went on for like 10 seconds. So we'll find out if you explained it.
We'll find out later.
Yeah. By the way, guys, we're recording on a different setup, and I have a little soundboard.
If you haven't noticed already. There's no real people cheering.
Thank you.
It's just a sound effect.
You, everybody.
It's all a lie.
All right. So what were you saying about creepers? Anyway, what a creeper is, you can't win when you have it. And as soon as it comes out, like as soon as you draw it, you have to play it in front of you. But you can also win with one with the specific rules or specific goals.
Yep.
That's really it. That's it.
So, for a game with so many changing rules, let's add in some house rules.
I'm really excited to hear what this O sound is because it's very quick.
It's probably like, oh.
In which case, it's not going to make much sense.
Or, oh.
In which case, that's better. All right. What house rules do you have, Devon? Because I didn't think of any.
Diplomatic immunity.
Whoa! So one player is just immune to everything?
One player gets to you get to ignore one rule because you have diplomatic immunity to it.
Just like you get to choose one rule throughout the game to ignore?
Yep.
Ooh, interesting. So,
but you can only do it once.
And once that rule goes away, it's gone.
Yep.
So can I just ignore the play one rule from the start?
Yes.
But no, then what would you play? None?
You'd ignore the draw one, play one.
So
you don't draw one, and you don't play one.
I would assume, let's workshop this a little bit. I would assume that you can't ignore the main rule of draw one, play one. That when you ignore a certain rule, you revert back to that if it is affected by that.
Nope, I'm pretty sure you can ignore any one card, but only once per game.
I mean, it's yours, so yeah, okay. But the draw one, play one is two separate rules. It's on one card, but it is two separate rules. But what would happen if you ignored the draw one? You just don't draw?
Yep.
But you have to follow a rule. You can't choose to draw or not draw.
That's what diplomatic immunity gets you.
Choosing?
Nope.
Don't do it. Okay, I can get behind that.
Don't draw one.
I mean, it's stupid to do on the play one, draw one.
I mean, rule, it's your choice.
It's your choice if you want to be an idiot, but okay.
That's what makes it a great house rule.
I like that.
It can be used wisely, and it can be used foolishly.
One that I thought of, not for this game, but it works for every game, though it would add a little bit of time to the game, well, unless we workshop it, is that there's no discard pile.
There's no discard pile. Well, there is in this one.
No.
It's communal.
This is my rule that I'm explaining.
Wait, you're saying there's no discard pile in Fluxx?
You interrupted me. If you let me finish, then you'll hear what the idea is.
All right, let's hear this no discard idea.
Well, to be honest, that was it. No discard pile. No, it's no discard pile. Every card that gets played gets shuffled back in.
That will definitely add a lot of playtime.
Or you could do it like after every round. Like, after, play goes around the table once, just gets shuffled. Like, play can still continue. Like, someone who's not currently playing can shuffle. So the play doesn't get slowed down.
But you're constantly drawing.
Yeah.
So maybe just another player cuts the deck, and you put the card there.
Well, we could. But I like the idea of you playing a card, and then the next turn someone could have that card.
Yeah, you can cut it so it's on top.
You could literally just cut one. Well, no, it literally can't be on the top.
That's just
it could be
putting
the
it
next
on top.
Card. I like the shot. I don't know. It's just that could work for any game, just to make it interesting. Because we're always talking about, in some games, like keeping track of what people have and whatnot. What if there was no way to do that? What if all the cards were always in the deck and always in play?
It definitely stinks for all of those cards that say, count the number of blank in the discard pile and draw that many cards.
Well, there's that. It ruins those cards. Guess what? You get to draw 0. That card is now null and void, but still in the game.
And then it goes back in the deck.
Or you could even just divide the deck evenly into 3 piles. And those are the decks that you draw from.
Right.
So each person gets their own deck.
That might be a little...
There could be a communal discard.
That might be a little rough for Fluxx, where you do need specific goals and keepers.
Uh-huh.
But maybe it
But
works.
I mean, it's all random anyway, but you know. Anyway, I'm spitballing.
It's all
here.
random, so
House rules are about messing up the game.
Let's make it nuts.
House rules are about breaking the game.
Alright, if you're gonna break the game, let's just straight up cheat.
Well,
This rule, at the start of the game, you get to draw 4 cards instead of 3.
Oh, I like
and
that.
take one of those and just slip it up your sleeve and save it for whenever you feel like.
Yeah! I like that! Can we do that with every game? That's so awesome.
Yeah, it's always nice to have a card up your sleeve. It's not great knowing everyone else has a card up their sleeve.
What if I have no sleeves? It has to be my sleeves?
I mean, it's a figurative sleeve.
Okay. Figurative sleeve. You have a cheated card.
Yeah. Which you can just play in place of another card.
Though it is better if you don't put it in plain sight, so, maybe people lose track of who has their cards.
Yeah.
That's a fun one. Though that brings up something I've wanted to do with, you and our other friend with our games, is just cheating goes unless you get caught. Which
Right.
is kind of like what cheating is.
Yeah, just
But when you think
regular
about
cheating.
it. But it's allowed. You could literally just say on the next turn, yeah, I totally cheated on that.
Yeah.
I took 6 cards instead of 5.
Like no one's saying, hey, you cheated, I'm not playing anymore.
Yeah.
I
You
instantly
cheated. That's
win.
not fair.
I
No,
instantly
it's-
win because
yeah.
you cheated.
No, it's totally allowed unless someone catches you doing it, in which case then it gets stopped or you could add a penalty. But that would be in any game. That's it just adds another level to it.
I mean, I think they made a whole Monopoly based on that.
Monopoly cheating?
No, I think it was Monopoly Don't Do the Right Thing.
Monopoly Don't Do the Right Thing. It's too bad there's not a podcast that might list off the kind of different versions of Monopoly.
I haven't listened to
wait.
that.
There was, and they didn't cover that.
Nope, because we thought it was strange.
Who's we?
We,
The
podcasters.
podcast. Yes, that's right.
I include myself in their community. I thought I was one of the people.
Well, I was making the joke because we literally made a podcast. Literally, our last episode was about Monopoly.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're lying.
Well, it depends on when I put it up, because I haven't put it up yet. But, do you have any other house rules?
I do.
Oh!
The staple rule.
The staple rule.
Yep. So you draw a card until you find a rule card or an action card.
Or a staple.
And that's permanent for the game. You can't move it. It's
When
there
would you do that? Just
at the start of the game.
Just one person does it. Just
just draw cards until you get a rule or a action.
an action card,
Yes.
and that action card can be used once a turn. As
Yep.
That is awesome.
So along with your draw one, play one, you could have Zap, where you can just take a card from anywhere on the table.
That's a
Or
fun
you could
one.
have draw one, play one, trade 2 keepers for another card, or whatever the other
or
one
the
is.
draw 2 and play them immediately card.
Or you can start off with a game where it's always played 5.
What if the action card you get was the wipe the rules to the base set action card? That would be the worst game. We really need to write these down. Well, I mean, we have
I
them
do
written
have them
down.
written down.
Sorry.
They're right here.
Sorry. No, it's not that we need to write
See?
them down.
Right here in this book.
Wait, no, it's not
There's
that
a
we need to.
notebook
No, I
and
don't,
paper.
I believe you, but we need to actually take these back and play them.
We do
So
play
often
them.
we talk about them hypothetically. Many of them are ones we actually do.
Yes.
But then for some games where we haven't done any, Or some games where we only have maybe one or two, we add some more, we come up with them. And we don't take them. I don't think we've taken one that we've come up with for the podcast and actually gone and played it.
I have.
No, you haven't. That is not true.
It
does not happen with me present. It's
you don't
not
know what I do.
True. I do know. You don't play games.
I play games constantly.
But
just look at my hours spent playing games on Google. That's
you log your board game hours, huh? On
no, Google tracks it automatically.
Oh, does it?
It's part of Google Spy on You.
Google Analytics. With your Google Home. Well, I was going to say, like, that could also work with so many other games. Think about this with Monopoly Deal. Just one property card goes in the middle. That's everyone's property and everyone can build off of it, even simultaneously.
Sounds like Monopoly communism.
That's it. We just invented a new game. But only one property. Or every property is shared, so there's no losers.
In theory.
It's Monopoly cooperative mode.
No need to pay rent because you're just paying yourself.
That's right. Everything's free when everyone contributes. That is true. I'll be honest, as a kid, I came up with communism on my own. I did.
I think everyone has a communism phase.
Yeah, those 9-10 years are communism years.
All right, and Fluxx has won the following awards.
Many.
The 1999 Mensa Select.
Mensa Select.
The 1999 Origins Award. It was a nominee.
These are 3 years after it came out.
And the 2001 Games 100 Award. Hooray! So you play award-winning games, and you're great. Wait, what? That's not strange. Stop cheering!
Yay!
Shut up, you!
Yay! Oh, now they're booing. Devon.
That's right. Give me your booze.
Oh, the boos are very quick. Oh, this whole time?
Could have.
They're pretty quick. Guys, I love my soundboard.
But it seems like,
how long is laughing?
too much soundboard.
Laughing is too much.
Yeah, I mean, usually you want positive things to be long.
Probably clapping as well, but that's okay.
Negative things to be short.
And I don't know
So
why
I'd
the
set it
crow,
up.
but the crow was pretty long.
I mean,
I think
you need that spooky atmosphere.
Spooky.
Too spooky. Stop.
I can't stop it. It'll be done soon. It's done. All right. Me getting a soundboard is the worst thing to happen in this podcast, but it's not going away.
Until we get an even bigger soundboard.
I literally have 7 sounds. Oh, I can censor you.
No, you can't.
I'm not going to play with that because I don't know how. Hey, we're back! Listen, we lost like a minute of footage just because I clicked on a thing.
That's fine. It was mostly soundboard talk.
Yeah, mostly soundboard talk. Anyway,
that's
next?
Fluxx.
We're
done.
Fluxx. Well, I'm not done. I want to tell you about my favorite card.
Favorite card?
Yes.
What?
It's a card game, and I have a favorite. But I'll let you go first because I forgot mine.
Well, thanks. I'll come up with one.
I literally already talked about it.
It's, the best card is Zap a card.
Just take a card back to your hand.
Yeah, just
It's
take
yours
it.
now.
Can't win. I took the goal. Haha.
Isn't there a stop card, like just say no card?
I think so.
Yeah, I like that one. But what I'm going to say, my favorite, because I've used it a couple times, is the inflation card. We talked about it before. It raises the digit on everything. That card's just so much fun.
Plus one to card.
Just plus one to everything, which is technically math, but it's the least amount of math. Yeah, I like that card. It just changes everything a little bit, but it can drastically change how the game is played.
Right. It's inflation.
Yes. And it's a rule card. So if you make another rule card, if it's like draw 1, play 1, you put that down, it's draw 2, play 2. But if someone puts a draw 5, it doesn't take away inflation. That's a draw 6 now.
It just keeps adding up.
Yep. And there hasn't been a game I played inflation where someone didn't clear all the rules and take it away.
Yeah.
I gotta hold on to that card till someone plays the clear the rules card.
And hope it's not the game with the no discard pile.
Yes. Yes. Well, I would know that beforehand, so I don't have to hope. Right. Anyway, what's your least favorite card?
My least favorite card is absolutely, positively play all.
Really?
Because when you play all, you can't plan anything.
But you can plan your whole turn. And the way our friend plays, if he has a play all, he's going to end up playing like 6 turns all at once.
Plan the order of your turn,
which
but
can
you can't
be devastating.
Plan your turn.
It's devastating. You just have to plan it right then instead of the turn before.
Underwhelming.
It sounds to me like it's overwhelming for you.
Underwhelming.
Overwhelming you, and you don't like it.
If I had another turn to get one more card, there would be no problem.
You don't like using your thinker box.
But I guess I'll play these 3 gold cards. Oh well.
The worst is when it's like, draw 5, play all, and you draw 5 rule card. Draw 5 gold cards.
Yep.
That's the worst. It's just like, well, I'm not going to have a turn this time.
And that's why play all is the worst.
Uh-oh.
I'd say my least favorite card. There's less of a least favorite card and more of a least favorite situation, which is just like draw 1, play all.
Wait, what? You're agreeing with me that play all is the worst card?
No, but when it's draw 1, play all.
Yep, play all is the worst card. Across the board at
it's
podcast.
It's not the worst card. I said situation.
At cardboard, the board.
Well, it could be like draw 1, play 4. Like any time where you're drawing a small amount and playing a large amount, so you lose your whole hand, and then all you get is 1 card. And it has to be the draw 1. So I think I just hate draw 1.
No, it's play all.
No, after you
play all's the worst.
No,
play all's the worst.
No, after you lose your whole hand. And all you draw is 1 and have to play it all. That sucks. Draw 1, play 1 sucks after you have no hand. So if you have like a play all, which I like, but then someone chases it to draw 1, play 1.
So it sounds like your least favorite is draw 1, hand limit 0.
No, yeah, maybe. Hand limit 0 sucks. There, I'll just say hand limit 0. That's closer to what I'm talking about.
Which is essentially the same as play all.
But no, it's still but it still makes difference because you could have a draw 4, play 2.
Yes.
Right? With a hand limit 0 and then you get rid of it. No, I don't care about that. That's fine. That's fun. I like that. I hate draw 1, play 2. Draw 1, play 1, but when you have no hand. That's what I hate. That is the most boring. It's just like, at that point, there's no strategy. Yours is like, okay, if you have like 5 cards and you have to play all of them. Well, you can come up with a strategy. Sometimes you can't, but many times you can.
Not with my...
But a draw, when you have no hand, draw 1, play 1. It's just, you're just flipping the card on the deck until something changes. And that is boring to me. There's literally no strategy to that whatsoever. And I hate that. I hate Fluxx.
We always end with the worst card.
We always end with worst card, and we get so angry. This is maybe something to change.
Maybe we should start bad and then make a positive flourish.
Oh no, you think our joke is funny? Thank you.
Well, what's important is that none of us learn this lesson, and we'll do it again in the next episode.
Yep. I mean...
Wait, let's change the rules and go on forever.
Well,
got this play all card.
Oh no! Yeah, but it was only on a draw 1, so we're done. That is a stupid joke. Is there booing? Yeah. Okay.
Cardboard Board Game Podcast. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Don't think so. Look, they don't even know how to feel anymore. They're going insane.
I might break it.
Uh-oh.
Thanks, everyone. We'll see you. Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
We'll see you later. Oh, boy.
No, the moment's lost.
Well, that went well.